Hello YouTube, welcome back to the shop. On this episode of What's in Yours, we're going to be centering and adjusting the fully hydraulic brakes on the NANROBOT RS7. So let's get to it. First of all, I'm going to be using a 5mm Allen key, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to loosen both of these just enough for it to move on the brake rotor. And loosen these up on the caliper. This is a very simple process, by the way. So what you're going to do is loosen those up where your caliper is moving. Okay. Then you're going to hit the brake. Watch, you're going to see it move. Okay. That's going to center both brake pads up directly in the middle of the rotor. Now with the brake handle held in, you're going to tighten up these Allen screws. I like to put them on there fairly snug. I don't like to mess around with the brakes because it can be dangerous. Okay, let go. Now that should center it up. You shouldn't hear any rubbing when you turn the tire. Okay, now if you have an issue, both brake pads sit in here, and I'll try to get in here if you can see it. Let's see here. All right, you see the brake pads right in there. Let me get some better light for you guys. Brake pads right in there. If you have a problem with one of the brake pads or both brake pads closer to the close to the rotor where it's rubbing, or after you've centered it, or if you want them a little bit further away. Now they said a good method to do is take a business card and stick it in both sides. Or you can use a filler gauge. I don't know what size that would be, but nevertheless, you just want it kind of, you can eyeball it, or you could stick a business card in there. But to adjust that, you're going to come up here and you're going to go into the brake handle and see this little set screw right here. What you're going to want to do is take you a tiny Allen key. I don't know what size this is because it doesn't tell me on there. I'm gonna put that in there. Let's do it this way. Okay. Now you're gonna want to turn it in clockwise. That is gonna move those brake pads closer to the rotor. Turn it counterclockwise will move them further away from the rotor. So you can just turn it. What I do is half turns at a time, I check it. Half turns at a time, check it. And once I get it to where I want it and it's not rubbing, then it's set, and that's all you need to do. And then it will also affect the pressure of the brake. So if you turn it in and you get those pads closer, you don't have to pull this in as far, but you don't want to do too close where they're rubbing, or where if you just hit it a little bit, all of a sudden the scooter stops because that gets jerky and it wears out your brake pads. But you just want that nice, even pull on that for the brake rotor or for the caliper. And that'll give you nice stopping. The hydraulic brakes on the NANROBOT RS7 are really super nice, has really great stopping power, because this scooter does not have regenerative braking or ABS braking on it. It's just fully hydraulic. But they work really super well. And I guess as your brake pads wear down, you might want to adjust that set screw, because once you get it set, then as the pads wear down, of course, they're going to move, the pads itself are going to move further away from the rotor. So you might have to readjust that screw to bring them in a little bit closer. And then of course, when they wear down, where they're not safe to use anymore, you're going to want to replace those. But that's it on how to adjust the brakes on the NANROBOT RS7 fully hydraulic. Once again, thank you for watching. Subscribe, hit that like, thumbs up button, and or the notification button, bell, for each and every time I upload a video. And we'll see you next time. Ride safe.